Hey there, I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. This is a mini reading for Capricorn, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Capricorn. It's very straight and to the point. It's not necessarily the upcoming days or even the upcoming month. This is like life path. You stepping into your power. You were born a king and you're finally going to be sitting in your throne or queen. And it's a crucial time for you because anytime you're stepping into your power, there are those who are going to oppose you, and that is what you've been dealing with. You just kind of, I don't want to say you forgot who you were, but you were around people who didn't acknowledge your sovereignty. They didn't acknowledge, I want to say that they knew who you were, and they've been trying to keep you down. That's the oldest story in the book. But you need to step into that role. You have to put on your daddy pants. You have to embody that patriarchal archetype right now. You're stuck in your head. There's a lot of inner turmoil going on because you've had a lot of betrayal in your life. People that had no business hurting you. Like, is there anyone that hasn't betrayed you? Is there anyone left? And it's lonely at the top. And that is what the message here is. This is the advice. You are a rock. You are an island. People are being cut off from their access to you as you step into this very important leadership role that you were born to do, born to. I think some of you were emperors in the past, pharaohs, queens, but like before. You know, if you're an indigenous person, there is nothing beautiful or holy that they didn't take from you and stomp on, right? And so there's been a long time of chaos, of destruction, of lies and betrayal. The stewards of the earth being struck down, of which I think you were one, which is why there's been so much conflict around you this last year. It's like as soon as you see the light, as soon as you walk away from everything hurtful and painful, that's when the beating really comes. But you are meant to stand strong and you are meant to stand alone at this time. If it's only you on that throne, and I mean alone, I mean you can't trust your best friend anymore. You can't trust your lover, your parents, for some of you. It was like they see you able to fulfill that role that they felt was theirs, or that they could never fulfill that role, and they wanted to make you small. Like for some of you, you had a messed up daddy, and he was working ever since you were little to make you small. So this is that cutting off, blocking, going no contact, ghosting energy. You setting up boundaries for your reign. And it's going to be kind of just you. And all of the advice here is, it's, how do I say this? It's like you look really, really calm on the outside, right? But you really are in crisis. On the inside, you really don't know what to do with those who are trying to hurt you. It's like when you were a leader, you can't win for losing. You're between a rock and a hard place all the time. So this is kind of accepting that and not letting your inner turmoil knock you off knock you off your throne, because that's what your adversaries want, right? It's asking you to step into that archetype of confidence and stability and, like I said, patriarchal energy, wealth, the father that enforces the rules. Okay, it's like that inner turmoil. It's going to be squashed immediately when you realize that it doesn't matter what your critics have to say. What anyone else has to say means nothing. You were chosen for this role because you're perfect for it. You're a million years in the making, and this ain't your first rodeo. Okay, so you're going to ignore criticism. You're going to follow reason over your emotions and your passions, while still staying passionate and creative. Okay? So it's tricky, it's a fine line, right? With this deck here, there's a warning against being kind of a nomad. It's like you are meant to set down roots. It's like there is a kingdom for you and you need to kind of settle in it. You can't run away from this conflict, and you also can't wage war against your enemies right now. It's like there's a warning against the war-making tendencies that come when you're in a seat of power and you're being attacked. It's like keep moving in your personal life and your creativity. Definitely start new creative projects. Um, definitely start meditating and listening to your muses. But it's not a time to kind of travel around the world and see what there is. It's like you've seen what there is. You understand everything, and you understand yourself at this point. You know what makes you tick, and you know what breaks you. And nothing can break you at this point. I mean, you are going to have to put on your Darth Vader pants here for some of these people that were in your heart that don't deserve to be. And that's just a part of the job. That's just part of the job, okay? The falsehood, the disloyalty, the dishonor. Don't ignore your common sense, okay? It's like focus on your life and your love, because everything that you create is a light for the world. You're not going to be able to micromanage everything that's going on around you. All you can do is co-create with the universe in your throne, in this very secure position that is your birthright. So it's like the advice is kind of on your throne. Don't make war or peace with traitors right now. Do not engage in conflict. Don't ignore it. Put up boundaries. Understand that you and you alone might be there making decisions. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Get up early every day. Get up a little bit earlier if you can. Or go to bed earlier. Definitely sleep more. It's like if you wouldn't treat yourself, your body like a temple. If you have to change your diet, change your diet. Have an adventurous spirit. It's like, what are you supposed to do? Have an adventurous spirit. You have confidence in your own insight in this deck. This means you have confidence in your own insight. Do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt your spirit. Do not doubt that you have muses waiting to embrace you as soon as you step into that leadership role. You have to kind of be open to new experiences, because new experiences are going to be presenting themselves. Problems that you are going to help solve, concerning your leadership. Stay creative, stay curious. And you do want to create a secure foundation and everything like that, but it's almost already there for you. So stay away from routine, like the same routine every day, because you do have enemies. You do have those that want to knock you off your throne. So what do you do about that? The advice here, instead of waging war, is just to surprise them. Stay surprising. Do something new every day. Surprise yourself. You know, if you only walk one way when you go on your walk, walk another way. Little baby steps like that. You know, for a lot of you, this is also, if all of this is metaphorical, it's like you just need to stay away from the family that hurts you this holiday. If it's always the family get together and there's always a fight and it's always this and it's stressful, your leadership role is to say, no, I will not allow conflict and chaos in my life. And the boundaries are just saying no to all of that and you being alone for the holidays. And having a nice, relaxing, although it might feel kind of disappointing, there's definitely an air of just kind of disappointment with the people in your life. Don't ignore that. Go with it. A little sad goldfish. So don't pretend to be happy. There is inner turmoil there. Being a leader doesn't mean pretending to be anything. Okay? You're not going to criticize yourself and you're not going to allow anybody else to criticize you. So if that means staying away from holiday get-togethers, that's what it means. Okay? You have a brand new start here. A brand new life. You had to learn a lot of hard lessons, and you did it. And you're being congratulated for that, and you will be rewarded as well. So, although you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place, that won't last forever. It's like the final death throes of the old world. It's like the darkness that took over. It's the death throes of that. The real kings and queens coming back into power, back on their thrones, of which you are one of those. So if you can't trust anybody right now, you can't trust anybody right now. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. It's lonely at the top, but you deserve to be there. You're meant to be there. And what anybody else says or thinks about that has no bearing on reality. None whatsoever. Okay? So avoid danger. Focus on your creativity. If you have children, your children. But not everybody is trustworthy. And it might just be you this holiday season. And you might find that it suits you very much. It suits you very well. And it's just going to be a different kind of life from now on. If you are the king of a province, your role is going to be number one right now. So your leadership potential is about to become extremely apparent to everyone in your life. And what anyone else thinks about that has no bearing on you stepping into that role, okay? I guess I'm going to leave it there. Oh, no, I forgot I pulled one more card. There's a gift. What is it? What is it? Oh. You aren't going to be alone for the rest of your life at all. And you will find your empress, your consort. You just have to be patient. You needed to go through some stuff. They needed to go through some stuff. So don't wallow in the fear of solitude forever, because it won't be that way. You just needed to kind of change out some of the people in your life. Love, marriage, children, if that's what you want, that's what you're going to get. All the while sitting in your throne, returning to personal power and abundance. This is all good. So that inner turmoil, it's just telling you to not trust the people that you know you can't trust. Block out the criticism. This is your God-given role, and you're going to step into it with an adventurous, childlike wonder. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. Capricorn, you got this. I'm Walker, this is Dance Walker Tarot, and this was a mini for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.